We want to stay away from Craigslist. He said he lost $10,000 to a contractor.
He was gonna do the framing for him. He showed up himself and a guy he picked up from Home Depot. If you find the contractor through Google Guarantee, you can hit up Google and they'll give you $2,000 to go fix your problem.
What's up, guys? I'm Vaughn. This is Frankie. We're the owners of Northkit Contracting and Roofing, and today we are going to be teaching you how to find a reputable contractor.
Yeah, so I'm sure you stumbled across this video trying to find a reputable contractor and trying to figure out how, and we came down with 4 steps that we feel are the best ways to vet and figure out who you're going to hire to do your next project.
Yeah, so we'll get right into it. So number 1, you're trying to find the contractor. Who is he? Where do I find him? How do I source good workmanship? You know, where can I find these guys? For me personally, one of the things that, you know, I'm a part of is a lot of Facebook groups. I think I have like 70 plus Facebook groups that I'm in. You know, anything from like cars to, you know, where to park in my town. You know, one of my favorite Facebook groups is my Facebook group for my local town. It's called Secret Montclair. And we also have Montclair Clueless Rehabbers. Both of these groups, every single day someone is asking, where can I find a contractor? Where can I find a plumber? Where can I find a roofer? Someone to paint my home? You know, someone who's local, someone who's good, someone that has the quality workmanship. And these are your neighbors that are going to be responding. These are your friends, your neighbors, your family, people that have gotten work done for them before from your area. So you know that these guys, you know, they've done the work. If they're getting recommended by my neighbors, you know, they've obviously shown a level of appreciation and a level of workmanship to them that, you know, they feel that they need to relay onto you. You know, they're not getting paid to, you know, give that recommendation. They just say like, hey, this guy did some great work. Like, you should check him out. And you know, this is, you're not searching Google, you know, you're not, you know, scrolling aimlessly through hundreds of contractors online, you know, trying to find the right one for you.
Yeah, the word of mouth game has changed.
Yes, it has. And that's actually how we get a lot of our work, is through word of mouth, you know.
Or word of Facebook groups.
Yeah, word of Facebook groups in my case. Second thing that you could do to find a reputable contractor is you could look on Google. So Google now has a new process called Google Guaranteed. So what this is, it's basically a screening for contractors or for people who are offering their services. So they're actually getting verified by Google. They're undergoing a background check, and this background check is extensive. We went through it ourselves, and
it took about two weeks almost.
2 weeks, 3 weeks. They verify you, and they actually, once they verify you, they actually give a guarantee on your service. So they're verifying your reviews, they're verifying your photos, they're verifying your clients that everything is legit and that everything is up to standard on how it should be. So with this, they've guaranteed, I think it was what?
$2,000.
$2,000.
If you find the contractor through Google Guaranteed and they screw you over, you can hit up Google and they'll give you $2,000 to go fix your problem. Believe that? That's great.
Next thing we're going to cover is Craigslist. We want to stay away from Craigslist when trying to find contractors. It's a big no-no. Reason being, anybody could post an ad on Craigslist. You know, you don't have to be verified through any source. You know, there's no reviews on Craigslist. I could literally go on Craigslist right now and I could post a review for myself, advertising myself as a plumber. You know, for example, let's say a kid who's like 17 years old, you know, he's not doing much nowadays. It's coronavirus. He's trying to make some money, trying to give himself some, you know, something to do on the weekends. He helped his dad fix, you know, a couple of pipes on the weekends. He installed the toilet in the bathroom, and now he thinks he knows how to do plumbing. So he's advertising for plumbing. This kid, he is, you know, although I'm all for, you know, kids making money that way, that's not someone that you're going to want to hire. You know, he could come to the house. He says, oh yeah, I've been doing plumbing for, you know, all my life. I could do the job for $500. He says, well, I need $250 down, and, you know, I'll be here tomorrow to do it. I'll be here with the toilet. I'll be here with all the tools and everything. And, you know, we'll do it. There's no contract written. You know, you pay him the $250. Tomorrow comes and he doesn't show up. Then you're there stuck on the phone trying to call this guy. You never hear from him again. He just ran off with your $250. And it's not like you could go to the police because you don't know, you didn't even find out his name. You didn't get any contract. You know, who is this kid?
No proof.
So that is why we're going to stay away from Craigslist.
Yeah, for sure. Now, moving on to number 2, stay local and in your area, and stay away from those big corporations. And what I mean by that is, let's say your boiler goes and you need to find a plumber. You're Google searching plumber in my area. Boom, who comes up? Big corporation plumber serving the tri-state area. Awesome, great. Boom, he comes in, he replaces your boiler. Week goes by, it's leaking. You call big corporation plumber, you're gonna get a receptionist that's gonna tell you, okay, we could send a rep out to come look at it. Now, you don't want to hear that. You want to hear, we'll send the repairman to come fix it. Now, when you stay local, it's more direct. For example, with Northkit, you're gonna catch us or Vaughn answering the phone.
It's always gonna be one of us two that's answering the phone. We are the owners. You know, most of the company, most of your local contractors, most of your local listings, when you call, it's gonna go, you know, straight to the owner. And if it doesn't go to the owner, if it goes to the secretary, if the company has a secretary, that's fine. They have the power to send the repairman out. You know, they're not sending a representative out to then, you know, evaluate the damage or, you know, evaluate whatever. And corporations are fine because, you know, they have the power and the ability to, you know, guarantee their work and offer you, you know, $50,000 guarantees. Oh, we'll come and we'll, you know, redo your basement if it gets all flooded, or then they'll try and go through something like insurance. But when you have the local guy.
Yeah, you have, so, and again, with the local guy, he's going to keep his workmanship up to a T because he has a reputation to keep in his locality. So that's also another huge reason why you want to stay local and in your area. Because you got the household name. People know the local guys, you know?
Next thing we're going to be covering is verifying licenses and insurances.
Huge.
This is the biggest part of this whole process. If you do not do this, if you want to quit this video right now, right after this, please be my guest, because this is the only thing that you should do. You could find anybody, but you should always verify license and insurances. So, reason being, you want to avoid scammers. So, for example, this morning we went on an estimate and we had this woman who was very nice, you know, sweetheart of a woman. She hired a guy to fix her slate roof. Found him on Craigslist, and how much did she say that?
What was it, like $5,000?
I think it was $5,000 that she gave the guy as a deposit. He was charging $10,000 for the job to fix the slate roof.
Oh, and he said he was a slate specialist.
Yeah, slate specialist on Craigslist. I don't think the guy ever got on a roof in his life. He came there with a couple of hand tools and a ladder and started, you know, ripping off some slate. About an hour into it, she said that the guy disappeared. He left all of his tools. He left his ladders.
Never came back.
He never came back, and she actually brought him to small claims court, and they didn't have a contract together. There was no signature. There was no license numbers or insurances. You know, legally in New Jersey and probably wherever you're watching this video, it is the law that your contractor has to have their license and insurance information on their contract on the first page. If they don't have this, they are probably not a licensed and insurance, you know, person. If they're an independent guy, they should also, and they don't have a company, they should be doing business as whatever their first name is, you know, or they should have their insurance. If they do not have insurance, do not let these people start any work without verifying insurance.
Step on your property, nonetheless.
Yes. Well, they could give you the estimate, but, you know, this is the most important thing. You want to avoid these scammers, these flaky contractors. We even had a guy last week that he said he lost $10,000 to a contractor. 10 grand he lost, all because
this guy said he was a major roofer. He was going to do the framing for him. He showed up himself and a guy he picked up from Home Depot. Is that how the story went?
Yeah, from Home Depot.
Yeah.
You know, you always want to verify that these license and insurance numbers are correct. The way that you could do this, all you have to do is go to your consumer affairs website for your state. You just type in either their first name or the name of their company, and it will show you their active status. If they're not active, do me a favor, stay away from these people.
Yeah.
They are, you know, their license has expired for one reason or another. Maybe they're, you know, they got in trouble with the law somehow. Maybe they didn't do something that was up to code. You know, you can have your license revoked for stuff like that. You always want to verify the license.
And lastly here, number 4, do not hire a jack of all trades. It seems pretty simple. You're not going to hire a guy who's going to cover everything. Like, okay, for example, we do roofs. I've had it in the past. I've had a client ask me to give them a price for the masonry walkway. I said, excuse me, Mrs. So-and-so, we do not do masonry. You're going to have to find a masonry specialist to do this. We're doing your roof. I'm sorry about that. So yeah, you're going to want to stay with someone who specializes in their trade and doesn't cover every aspect of the job. I mean, that'd be nice, and that's why everyone makes themselves seem like that, because it's easy to get work and they're looking for the next buck. Oh, we're going to do the bathroom here, and then we're going to go do the roof over there. No, it doesn't work that way. It really doesn't.
Yeah, you should always try and spec out, a professional in one trade. We only do roofing. That's, the only thing that we do. We do commercial and we do residential. But if it doesn't have to do with the roof, we honestly don't touch the job.
Yeah.
We just tell people, listen, we're sorry. Unfortunately, not every contractor is going to try and do this, but you have to try and stay away from those jacks of all trades.
For sure. And about wraps it up for us. What do you say, Vaughn?
Yeah, I'd say that if you follow these four line items, you should be, this is the foolproof formula for finding a contractor. But yeah, thank you for watching. We'll see you guys again soon.
Yeah, new content coming soon.